time to start thinking about craft roulette. It's Friday. It's Fun Friday. Anybody ready for some crafting fun? Good to see you, Chatterboxes. What a wonderful, wonderful group. And I've been enjoying your chit-chat. As always, Mr. Producer has everything all set up, so we can just sit back and relax in our stretchy pants, beverages, and snacks. I'm liking that idea very, very much. I am Mary Gunn of Mary Gunn Fun, your intrepid host of Craft Roulette. What is Craft Roulette? It is the ultimate paper crafting card making game show challenge, and we are live almost every Friday night, saving a seat right here for you, because without you guys, I'm just crafting here at my mask, talking to myself. I've done it before. It's not like I don't do it, but it's nice to have company to talk to, and I appreciate you being here. We do have a wonderful guest we're going to introduce you to in just a few minutes. It's Carissa Wiley. Doesn't that sound kind of like a name from the Old West? Carissa Wiley. Here she comes, walking down the boardwalk. Anyway, she's a delight. You're going to enjoy her. Make sure you stick around. Slideshow? We broke a record. You guys did it. You sent in 380 cards. That is just crazy. Let's give a collective whoa to that one. That is remarkable, and I enjoy every single one of them. Something funny about those 380 cards. We didn't just get 380 cards. We got 380 cards, one from a 7-year-old who has been sending in cards for a couple of years. And we got one from a lady who had been in the hospital, who was actually throwing up in between making her card and getting things done. She likes this Glassboard mat, I'm telling you. And one, look at all those woes. And one from a Ellen Cart Monkey Jarvis who was on a cruise. So the dedication of you guys is just always phenomenal. And I am just privileged to be a part of it. Thank you so much. Not all the cards make it on the slideshow, just a reminder. We can't start them up fast enough and move them through slow enough so that you can enjoy them. But they are all available over on craftroulette.live. Enjoy them. Have some fun. It is a wonderful, wonderful place. Just look for the episodes. That would be episode 175 and the contribution gallery. There are also a couple cards in the bonus gallery already, as well as a couple process videos. So there's a lot over on craftroulette.live. Check it all out. Do we have any housekeeping? I forgot to ask you, Mr. Producer. We've been talking about a lot of stuff, but I don't think we really have anything. Okay. Hey, if you haven't shared this and flipped us a Vinny, this is a Vinny. We'd appreciate it. We'd love that so much. We do appreciate it. And I know that we have some wonderful cheerleaders in the chatterbox that will remind you too if we don't see lots and lots of Vinnies. We have some wonderful spin sponsors this month. Shall we share? Yep. Glassboard Studios. Everybody wants this board. They are, we will see it here in just a minute, but we do have a Glassboard Studio to give away. The Craft Mat. Inky Stamper, our friend Chelsea Comer, will be in later this month. And Trinity Stamps. They have a new release that is just remarkable. It's just remarkable. If you haven't been looking at YouTube on the Trinity Stamps website or YouTube channel, Carrie Rhodes, our friend, Carrie Rhodes, has been doing wonderful little videos about the new products, and go check it out. There's a lot of good stuff. I have a few things that I can show you probably Tuesday using those products. So, yes, great spin sponsors. They are indeed. And what is a spin sponsor? A spin sponsor is somebody who comes along with Craft Roulette and gives away stuff to you guys. And we love giving away other people's stuff. So that's what we do. How do you get some of that stuff? You need to send in cards. So we're going to have 380 opportunities, or 380 people that will be eligible for some great prizes this evening. Don't miss it. All you have to do is send in a card. Do your very best, of course. We at Craft Roulette are sponsored by our patrons, which we have a whole bunch of new ones. My good golly gosh. But let me say welcome to Alyssa Howard, Lori Kennedy, Andrea, Andrea, bear with me, Andrea Olf Dermer, You'll have to tell me how to do that one. Cats in my craft room creations, who lost one of her kitties this week. I'm so sorry. Erin Cobberstad, Linda Kammerer, Angela Steinhoff, who has been contributing for years, Jessica Bonnell, Kelly Shermer, Mary K49, and just before the show, Dawn Simpson. So glad to have you guys help us out on the patron as a patron. That is what that means? That means people give us a little donation or a very generous donation, and we give them bonus content, lots of bonus content, including we have an all patron call tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. We have a whole list of people that are going to be playing 2 truths and a lie. I can't wait to see what your lies are. Should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Mr. Mike has on a little summer outfit complete with Nessie. And I put a little pin of Nessie because our Tuesday show in review, the head detective was a gal from the Shetland Islands in Scotland. So I put Nessie on there for you, Rachel. Thank you so much for playing that. There's more information about in review later in the show. We do have a small line of merchandise, and we do have a stamp set that is made just for Craft Roulette. So if you ever have a troublesome parameter, we have you covered with our stamp set. I don't really have a line about that, but that's not too bad. I may have to go watch that one again and learn it. Anyway, that's enough of all of that. You have been patient. From California, please welcome, sprinkled with glitter, Carissa Wiley.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, yay!
Woo, all the applause.
All the applause. Never enough. How are you? Welcome to Craft Roulette.
I'm great. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. I got to admit, I'm a little nervous about what the wheel's going to do to me, but we'll go. We'll go with it. We'll play along.
I'm not nervous at all about what you'll do to the wheel. You'll be able to handle Mr. Wheel just like a champ, I'm sure. Because you've been crafting for quite a while. I think I read 2014.
You know what? I honestly couldn't tell you. My son was born in 2002. And I know that I started like scrapbooking right after he was born. So I've been around for a while, and I remember paper crafting with my mom when I was a kid. So
lucky kid. Well,
we used to heat embossing powder over the electric stove. So
my gosh,
that's how old I am.
You and Lydia did it over a gas stove.
It doesn't work as well. Let me just save you the money and the trouble and the fires. It doesn't work as well.
It's not as easy as it. We have come a long way in convenience and effective tools for sure. Yeah,
we surely have.
When we had scissors and 3 colors of inks,
right?
Yeah,
yep.
Yeah,
come a long way.
Wood stamps that were kind of nicked up because they were just thrown into a bin. Yeah, all those things. It's wonderful. Well, we are so glad you were here. Could you tell us a little bit, introduce yourself to our audience, please?
Well, I'm Carissa. I am a wife. I'm a mother of 3 adult children. I'm a pediatric nurse. I am a craft educator here online on YouTube and on my blog at sprinkledwithglitter.com. I love sharing. I love community. I love getting to know the people that are, behind the names on YouTube. So I jumped at the opportunity to come on here and just get to know some more people and interact with all of you. But man, those comments are going super fast.
Well, they're called the Chatterbox for a reason.
Yes. It's appropriately named.
They are wonderful. They really are, and they show up so early, and they're it's like the tailgate show before the show, and they get a lot of weather talk, a lot of talk about snacks, just catching up, making sure everybody's doing okay. It's really sweet. They're a wonderful group.
I love it. What a great community! It's community, and I love that. So.
Well, we've gone beyond community in our minds. We have gone to a culture. We are a complete culture, and because we have our own words, we have a uniform of wearing stretchy pants and T-shirts. We have our language. Yeah, we're a mess, aren't we, guys?
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is Craft Roulette. You watch Kathy Zelski. who we all loved so much. So, takeaways from watching Kathy for your appearance here tonight?
Well, I was like, I better look at these parameters ahead of time and and just make sure that I'm prepared. Because I mean, that you were going through some of them, and I was like, whoa, I better have a look at these. I may not know what they are. So, and sure enough,
You
I had
have
to Google.
notes.
I did actually. I made notes. I am prepared. Now, that doesn't mean something great is going to come out of this. It just means that I have some ideas, because the whole thing about it is like, I mean, I could have an idea for one of those, but if the wheel throws me a loop on another category, then that all goes,
It's
down
the
the
combination that drives us all batty. And usually,
Yes.
I'll tell you that if we get 3, it's real easy to put 3 together. Is that 4th one, and it doesn't mean that it's the 4th one. It's
Right.
the 4th weirda that will just kind of make us go,
It's the oddball.
that
oddball.
moment where we just go, what? But then it all comes together. You'll be surprised. In like last week, we got 380 people's ideas. So it is, all parameters are doable.
We'll do it. We're going to do it. We're here to have a good time. That's
That's
the end of the
exactly
story,
right. That's the big one. That's the big one. Hey, you had
We
a
can
question
do that.
we can do that. Talking. I think we're both good at it. You had a question for me.
Yes. What is craft roulette?
Let's find out, shall we? Thank you, Chatterbox. Miss Producer Carissa, so glad to have you. We'll be right back.
What is Craft Roulette? Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. Each category has 24 possible options with a combined possibility of 331,776 unique projects. Whoa. We're live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central on youtube.com/craftroulette. Please like and subscribe. Each week we bring on a special guest crafter to create along with us and share their unique take on the challenge. You can play too. Complete a unique project of your own using the same 4 parameters set in this episode. You'll have 48 hours to contribute by submitting pictures of your project through the submission form on craftroulette.live. Contributions are featured on marygunfund.com's weekly episode blog and the next episode. Let's recap last week's episode and submissions.
Yep. That's what we do every Friday night, or almost every Friday night. And seriously, you are welcome. There's a lot of nice people in our chatterbox, as you may have been able to tell. And if you do have a question, please just let them know. They are there and they are willing to help. They know more about this show than I do some days. There's like, wait, what do we do? 331,776? Yep. And then all those Vinnies, they know all those things. So just ask your question. Say hi. We'd love to meet you. Last week, look at all those pins fall in. 389 contributions. Again, welcome to our world, you guys. I think we had 19 new people. We're going to be talking about those guys and welcoming them in just a minute after all those pins fall in. Oh my gosh, wonderful. There is the parameters from last week. We had a 4 1/4 inch square. Craft Roulette colors, you guys did really well. Night as an element, most people had not done night cards before, so that was a whole new twist of an angle, and it didn't slow you down. You did really well. And you had to include a bottom border. That is my card, and I did some corrections on it from Friday night. It was bad Friday night. And we had the sweet Lydia Fiedler on, and look, and I still love that shadow of that little fox. She's a lot of fun. Make sure if you didn't see that show, go back and watch it. It's so much fun. She's a delight. Shall we invite Miss Carissa in to enjoy the Parade of Achievements? We have the Parade of Achievements, and you will see as we go along what achievements have been reached. Thanks for coming back, Carissa. Welcome to our first timers. Barbara Bell from Florida. Nice to have you guys. So nice. Tanisha from Trinity Stamps. She'll be our guest next week. Look at that sketchbook.
Awesome.
Mara Lee from Maple Valley, Washington. Notice how different all of these cards are. Fiona from Michigan. Jennifer from Missouri. That's cute.
Look at that.
Heck of a lot of fun. Susie from California. That's sweet. I love a barn owl. Yvette from California.
I know where Livermore, California is.
Do you know where Belgium is? You might find Inez.
I do.
Hey.
I do.
Paula Kay from Barbados.
Ooh.
I think that's a new island for us. Cindy from Virginia. So glad you guys joined us. Well done. Linda from Rhode Island. Quite the night. Callie from Wisconsin. Lots of boats. Blanca from Oregon. Oh, there's a little cute puppy.
Oh.
Flufflebun from Wisconsin. I practiced that one. Tina from New York. That's cool. Looks like dominoes. I like it.
That is cool.
Michael from Spokane. So glad to have each and every one of you. You've done the first one. That's the hard one. Seal from North Carolina.
Love that.
Mm-hmm.
Little rainbow wheel there.
Amory from Missouri. I think she was a junior. Jake from Wisconsin. Happy little raccoon. And our major milestone achievers for our 25 cards, we have Deborah from Indiana. We talked about this card on In Review. Vicky, glad you caught that I missed this one, Vicky, because you need to be up there with this cute card. Kelly Hughes, what a wonderful girl. Well done. The guardian of the Geezer Guardian. Gloria from North Carolina, 25 consecutive cards. 50 cards for Anaya.
Wow.
And Chris sent me some nice emails this week. Lynn has sent in 75. She's one of our first 10 participants. Peg has also sent in 75. Are you ready for Halloween? Lisa is a mug grabber. 100 cards.
Wow.
125 cards for Ava. Well done. And our leaders this week are... New slides, don't you like them? I do. Smurf Murphy with 136 cards. And her twin, Jackie Jackpot Muller in South Australia. I thought that was cool. Colors.
Very
Kathy
cool.
Herring has sent in 140. Well done, Kathy. 5K Now 6K Lamone has sent in 142. These are such numbers. Ellen Card Monkey Jarvis, who was on a cruise, has sent in 153 consecutive cards. And our leader, Patty Beck from Tennessee, has sent in 170 consecutive cards. Welcome to Club 52. Do we have any? Paula Rice. Yahoo! Paula Rice, well done. She talks a lot in our Facebook group. That is Craft Roulette Show Facebook group. You are all welcome to join us over there. It is a private group, so all you have to do is answer the questions and you are automatically let in. Fantastic job, everybody. Fantastic. Seems like we've all been busy, and it really means a ton to us that you would take a little time out of your week and spend it making a card using our parameters and sending it in so that we can all enjoy it and be inspired. And I really, truly thank you from the bottom of my heart. Very well done. Nicely done, huh, Carissa?
Yes, I love, was it Ellen that did it on the cruise?
Yes.
My biggest question for her is, how did she know what to take? Like,
it's
seriously.
a big deal.
Yeah,
it is a
that
big
is a
deal.
huge deal.
We have had many conversations about the Craft Roulette to go bag. I did a video on it on my old channel, And I think that started. But it's very basic, but that also speaks to how versatile the parameters are.
Yes,
And
that's
if
awesome.
you're a little resourceful, you might be able to figure something out even when you're out in the middle of the ocean.
And the person who was throwing up that is commitment. Mary, you have good friends.
I do. I have the very best of crafting friends. And it's so fun that I've never met most of them. But I feel like I could just sit down and hang out with them. Just no problem at all.
Awesome.
Yeah, it is good. Well, that is last week. That means it's time to start talking about this week. Are you ready?
Okay. I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay. Let's get those parameters out here. See what we got up our sleeves to work with. There they are, project colors, element, and random. Do they look scary? No. We can handle anything. Anyway, we do have some veto items that we're going to put on the board. That means that the wheel cannot make us do it. However, if you want to use those vetoed items and they do fit into the parameters that we do get, you're welcome to. If this is your first time, this may not make sense. Sit tight. We will explain all this as we go along. So this week, for the patrons have vetoed circus colors. And I'm sorry, I don't remember what number it is. There it is, clear at the bottom.
I'm going to give you a big, big thank you for that.
Okay, guys, I told Carissa that you had vetoed some things, and she said she would have. What did you say?
I would have probably vetoed circus colors too, but I only get one veto. So, I mean, if I had, I said I was going to pay them off. I said, had I known that you guys could veto things, I would have been working it. I would have been like messaging people. I mean,
I know.
Y'all
It's
would have
power.
had some like crafty
veto
cash
lobby.
boxes on your way.
Oh my gosh. Maybe it's better that you didn't know then. For element, the patrons have vetoed aces.
Aces. All right.
They'll get it someday. And for random, they have vetoed, where is it? Columns. No, they don't want to look like Rome. There we go. So, this is the time we offer you. Now, this is your go-to time. What would you like to veto if you want to veto something?
You know what? I'm just going to let the wheel do its thing.
Okay. That's fair
I'm just
enough.
gonna let the wheel do its thing, and we'll see what happens. I might regret that. I will tell you this. I'll give a hint. I mean, like, I'll tell you what I would veto, but we'll just leave it on there. I would probably veto mixed media.
Really?
It's just I mean, I guess I could do it. It's not really how my mind thinks. But then again, when I think about it, it's like, it's just layering things over each other. So maybe I could do it. I layer all the time. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe all it would be is a little bit of watercolor pencil or colored pencil with Copics. You can do it.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean,
Mixed
that's two
media.
media, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Or vellum and paper. Does that count too? Those are two
Vellum
different. Or is
and
media
a
just
stamp?
colored?
No, I
Okay.
don't think so. It's two
Okay.
media, I think.
All right. Well,
So,
then we're just
anyway.
going to let the wheel do its thing.
I love it. You're brave. Go for it, girl. Where would you like to put your chips tonight?
Okay, so in project, I would probably put it on card with a heart, because I feel like you can add a heart to any card. And like, if I'm just going for ease here,
Okay,
we're gonna
that's
go
your
with
strategy. Telling that
Yeah,
wheel
I
that you
mean-
want something easy tonight.
yeah, I could always just like put a little heart by the sentiment. Easy peasy,
Absolutely.
we could do that. So,
Smart thinking.
and some of those in the projects, I'm going to be honest with you, those are things I had to Google. Like, I'm not like a fancy fold kind of girl, so I had to look up some of those. So we'll go there. And then for
we'll walk through it.
colors, I think I would go with ice cream store,
Oh.
because I love all those like creamy, pastel-y, sorbet kind of colors. Like, that's my jam. And if there's pink and aqua in there, which I feel like in the ice cream store, There's always some pink and some aqua. I can run with that.
I think you do well with that. I can see that completely. Yep. Nice.
That's my jam. That's my comfort zone. I'm just being really honest on my comfort zone here. I'm not, there's no strategy involved here. So
Okay.
I'm just being honest.
I like it. I like it. And what would you put for element in your honesty then? Yeah.
I think good, because it's all good, right? Does that count?
Number 9. Yeah.
It's all good.
Number 9. Good.
It's all good. Yeah.
Yeah, that can be so many things.
Yeah. I mean, if it's not bad, it's good. Well, maybe not. I mean, let's be real. Okay, maybe not, but we can call things good.
I think so too. You can do good morning, goodbye, good day, good riddance, all those kind of things, just for starters.
Yes, we can make it work.
Mm-hmm. and then for random.
Well, I hearted a few little things, but let's go with add a banner.
Add a banner. Down number 20.
I've always loved banners on my cards. Like, I like to layer a banner behind a die cut sentiment, and that just dulls it right up.
Oh,
easy.
Yeah.
Easy little layer there.
And you can add a lot of color with a banner.
Yep.
And
or glitter.
Playfulness.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Movement.
Yes. And it just adds a lot of things that a stiff card needs.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well done. Well, I wish you well. I think that would be a great combination for a card, and maybe we'll get something. You never know. I like it. You chose wisely, Grasshopper. Let's give this guy a warm-up, shall we?
Sure.
I think that's hard to pick what you would want. I don't know that I could. That's why I have to do random.
Yeah.
For project, what are we going to do? Will we get a card with a heart?
Probably not.
Hitting the spins.
I'm not really a winner.
Oh, just passed it. We got split in the middle.
Okay,
we're going to talk about each and every one of these. What colors will we get? We were pretty close to card with heart. 12, right in the middle. Jolly colors.
Oh, yay!
Yeah.
Oh, yay! I have an idea for that one.
Wow, that's fast. That's good. For element. I like it. Now we're up at fruit. That's very trendy right now. So fruit.
Well, that just took my idea right away.
Oh, shoot. And for random. It's kind of like putting the cart before the horse. Oh, I got it. Oh, I don't got it. 16 heart. Well, you got a heart. So you can have a heart on your card. So you kind of got your wish on that one.
Okay.
Let's look at these bad boys. I think we can do something. I think we can do it.
I think we can.
Split in the middle. A project that is split in the middle with some jolly colors using fruit as an element. And we need to have some kind of heart in there. So, okay, let's talk about each and every one. Split in the middle. To me, I think when I put it on the board, I was thinking 2 diagonal sides with a sentiment in the middle is what I was thinking. Doesn't mean that it has to be that at all. But this opens up for any kind of project that you want, any card that you want to make, any size, which is handy. It could also be, you could also have it with 2 folds and have it split in the middle.
I like that.
So that if you had something like that, or if you wanted to have an acetate center in the middle of a card front, you could have that. Could be your split in the middle. What were you thinking that you had when you thought of?
You know what? I thought of something where you could split but you're wanting the project split in the middle, because I was thinking an element split in the middle, but gatefold, they're saying gatefold, and I agree. That's where my mind went when we started talking project. So gatefold or having that fold kind of come to the middle. I like that idea. I like that
Gatefold
idea.
would be a great card for this.
Yes. Yeah. I think so. I think you could even just kind of create a center gap and make it look really cool too. So
Mm-hmm.
We'll
Mm-hmm.
see. We'll see where the wheel leads us.
Yes, right. And split in the middle. If you do a gatefold, you can also have cutouts. So you can have something hiding in the back with a shaker card inside that's popped out.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So there's a lot you can do with that. I think we won't just see a whole lot of one thing. I think we'll see lots of different things.
Yes.
So that'll be fun. That'll be real fun. Jolly colors can go ice cream. I think you can do ice cream colors with this. Your aqua and pink. Yeah. I do. Mm-hmm.
I do. I was, when I looked at this without knowing where I was going or what I was getting, my mind immediately went to like holly jolly Christmas, like a happy Christmas. And for me, a happy Christmas combo would be like pink and red and like a green, like a true green. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I can bring in the aqua instead of the red too. And I'm thinking fruit, because my mind's going, what can I use fruit-wise with that? And I know we're going to get to that in a second, but I'm working through this in my mind. So this is good because
yeah, jolly doesn't have to be Christmas. We often associate jolly with Christmas, but it's just happy.
Yeah.
Being jolly is being happy. I knew a poodle named Jolly, and he was black. So just
all year round.
All year round. That's right. It's an all year round thing. But it could definitely be a Christmas combination too. Whatever you guys think is of Jolly.
Yeah. Jolly Rancher colors, someone said.
That's a great one, Danya. I love it. Yep. And then we're going to have to pull in that fruit. Now, a lot of times we kind of combine, people will take an element out of colors, but so we could get some Christmas things out of this. Pulled into the fruit, and that's fine. But fruit, I think, could be really jolly. Think of all the fruit colors that are on the cards right now and in the last month, all the bright yellows and the bright greens. But you could do pastels if that's what is your jolly.
Yes, that's what my jolly is. Pink, always.
And you can mess with fruit when you're using ink. You can make pink fruit. You could make pink lemons. Yeah. Because there's pink lemonade, so there must be pink lemons.
Of course. I grow them on the tree all the time.
That's right. You're in California. You have to have lemons in your yard.
Yes.
So
yes, you do.
Do you really?
No. But I will tell you this. Well, I'm not going to tell you just yet because I know you're going to ask me a question later. I'm going to save it for that.
Okay.
But it will relate to that citrus question. So
interesting. Okay. Because I don't know what I'm supposed to ask. Okay. Well, I hope I remember. But so fruit, there's a lot of stencils. There's a lot of stamps. But it can also be something related to fruit. It doesn't have to be if you don't have a fruit stamp or something, you don't have to use a piece or a fruit stamp. You could also use something that has fruit flavors. No artificial colors or flavors are used on these cards, but maybe this week. And maybe like the Jolly Rancher, somebody uses a Jolly Rancher, has a little Jolly Rancher drawn into the card. It would work. And but fruit, you could do apples because we have a lot of apples things coming out in the fall. And so it could be apples with jolly Christmas colors, and apples are just really right there. Yeah. And so there's a lot of fruit. We'll be fine.
There is. And my daughter and I often have arguments over what fruit is. So, I mean, we could bring her in here, and I'm sure that anything that I used that was fruit, she would be able to either argue that it's not fruit or argue that it is fruit. She tells me all the time that bananas are actually berries. So, I don't know. She's probably right. Someone can Google that for us.
We will have a wide definition here.
Okay, so, we're good with that.
Yeah. And so maybe the fruit definition, if you know it from 1960s, you can use it. And just tell us that it's a 1960s definition.
It's like when,
tomatoes are fruit.
A planet. It's like when Pluto used to be a planet, right?
It still is. It still is. It's so cute out there. I've always loved Pluto. I always just loved that it was a little planet out there just doing its own little thing.
Yes.
And of course, it had dogs on it that were hound dogs, of course.
Of course, yes.
I did see a dog named Mars the other day, and he just got adopted. And then heart, you got your wish. You can do a heart somewhere.
That's easy.
Yeah, that's easy.
That's easy.
Easy peasy. So are you feeling pretty confident that you can go to your stash and get a couple things?
Yeah, I have something in mind that I wanted to use,
Perfect.
if possible, if it worked in, and I think it will work in. I want to know, has anybody hot foiled live on Craft Roulette?
I don't believe they have.
Oh, well, get ready because we're about to do it.
Dog, who knew? All right, well, we'll be right back to see this hot foiling. You know, last time I saw somebody hot foil in person, I almost did it. I have not done it yet. I almost did it, and if somebody can tell me you can make a grilled cheese on it, I'm probably in. But anyway, so we will be right back after we tell you a little bit about In Review by my friend Cool Mary. Well done, let's do it.
Awesome.
Does card making ever wear you out? Are you just having one of those days? Do you ever say to yourself, I wish there were more Craft Roulette on each week? Well, have we got good news for you? In Review is like part 2 of Craft Roulette, which features you, our card contributors. It'll be easy to find because it airs here on our Craft Roulette YouTube channel. We go live almost every Tuesday evening at 6:30 p.m. Central, and we do a number of fun things during the show, including Mail Call, where I share some of the nice cards and goodies people send us. Our Card Showcase, where we take a longer look at some of the contributions sent in from the most recent episode. And our Who Done It mystery game, where I recreate a card from the most recent episode's gallery, live on air. Everyone in the live chat gets to try and figure out which card I'm recreating. So, if you want more of what we do on Craft Roulette, you'll love our show, In Review. The whodunit mystery game is just a game, and we do not actually solve mysteries, but we do actually solve mysteries. The show is supposed to be on Tuesdays, but we reserve the right to reschedule as necessary. Mary will not always know what she is doing, especially with buttons and or math. Stretchy pants and snacks are not required, but advisable. Please bring a friend. Too much fun for one person included. I just opened the closet. Glad I came out. There's not much room in there for me to get lost anymore. So it's pretty safe that I can come out. I need to fill my ATG. Goodness. Better now than in a few minutes, right? Yeah. So one of my August chores is to clean my craft closet. Anybody want to come help? We can have a party. Oh, it's going to be an awful job. But it's going to be a good job when it's done. I hope I will find out it's not as bad as I think it is. And not worse. There we go. We're in good shape. Oh, yay. The tape's going the right way. These are all good things. Yep. This is only my second ATG. I am always real glad that it hasn't gotten worse. But anyway, I'm gonna do a split in the middle, a little acetate card. And I've got it started. And then I've got my little fruities here. I think I'll do a stencil maybe. And a stamp, make it easy. What else do I have? Jolly colors. I think they'll just be happy fruit colors. Oh, yay, like Fruit Loops. And we'll throw in a heart, no problem. Hey, we got some good, this is a good one, I think. I think this will be good. Anybody else liking this one? Anybody have their card done yet? They're fast. They will be rolling in, that is for sure. We're hearing from California. All right. And there she is. Oh,
There I am.
Look at those. Those are your jolly colors right there.
Look at that.
Truly.
Is that not jolly? We're going to bring in some green. And
Nice.
I've never used it like this, and I'm going to have to do some adjusting as I kind of create here, because if you're interested in the foiling process, I want you to see how I do it. But I'm going to use this. This is actually a balloon set that I designed with Spellbinders, and I thought if I can bring it in, I will. And I was going to bring it in a different way, but I think I'm going to make cherries out of it. So we're going to do some cherries.
Oh my goodness. That's perfect. That is a perfect choice.
I did not know ahead of time that this is what was going to happen. So
you never do. You just never do.
When the wheel gives you fruit, make cherries.
That's right.
How are you going to do the split in the middle?
I'm just going to put, I'm going to do a gatefold and have this element overlap in the center, and then just have that kind of open up as kind of cover the middle. The element will cover the middle, but the card will still open like a gatefold.
Okay.
Does that work?
I think so.
Okay.
I think you've already whipped Mr. Wheel right into shape.
Well, that was my plan all along. And
that's good.
I picked some stuff that I kind of know it, so hopefully it will be kind to me. But I know we have to work fast too, so I'm just kind of
we have as much time as you have. Don't worry.
All right, so this is already heated. My timer has gone through. So I'm going to bring in Mr. Die Cut machine here. And just lost my cardstock. Wouldn't you know it?
Well, I'm looking for something too.
Okay. I'm going to go right in the center. When I foil, I don't worry about wasting a little bit of cardstock because I can always use those scraps for something else. So
okay, all right.
And you'll have to excuse my die cut machine here. The handle likes to squeak. So
have you checked it for mice?
No, I have not. If I find a mouse in it, I will probably die. I do not like rodents. They freak me out.
I had a chipmunk in the studio a couple weeks ago.
Oh my.
It was it wasn't real welcome.
I grew up actually in the country. And so we had all kinds of fun visitors.
Yep. Country living is a little different, isn't it?
Yes.
Did you have big spiders and stuff?
We had a lot of possum, and we had rats, and we had lots of stray cats.
Oh, yeah.
So that was like a thing.
Yeah.
And so we had a lot of things. And I loved growing up in the country. I actually grew up, with two older brothers, and we adventured a lot. We did a lot of it.
Oh, I bet you did. How fun. I bet you have wonderful memories of it.
Well, I sure do.
Well, I'm not sure. What are we going to do here? Oh. You could make...
What do you got going up? Look at you. You're already
I've
got a card made.
No, that's a stamp. It's not made. I made the split in the middle. Kind of not in the middle, but in the middle. Right there. So I have a little piece of acetate under there or in there, and thought I would go easy with just some pattern paper because I'm kind of feeling that. And with fruit, I just like fruit and little gingham. It seems happy. I like it. Seems jolly. But
My ink pads are just in my way over here.
do you reorganize, or do you feel like you have the perfect organization in your craft room? Your craft room looks wonderful. So
My craft room is gorgeous. I love my craft room. We redid it a few years ago for me because it really is someplace that I spend a lot of my time. And when we did it, we designed it with the things that I needed to store in mind. So it's not like I made the storage work for what I had. No, it's not like I was trying to fit the cabinets. Well, anyway, I don't know how I'm trying to say that, but
you didn't have to come in later and go, okay, this goes here, this goes there. You already, you went, this is the space I need for this.
But even still within that, there's things that need to be tweaked every now and then and all of that. So it's not, it's never a perfect system, and there will always be something that you can kind of improve on.
Right.
So I have my daughter helps me quite a bit with organization, because I do have a lot of stuff that kind of comes in and it gets overwhelming, and I have limited time. I mean, like we all do.
Right.
But I'm working as a nurse on top of everything else that I do. And so
is that full time?
Part-time. So
Thank goodness. I was worried.
12-hour days at the hospital.
I was feeling like a slackard for sure.
It's plenty of time.
Yeah. 12 hours. 12 hours takes some recuperation.
It does. It is one of those things where it's just like, on those days, it's kind of like I work and I eat and I shower and then I go to bed, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And then, but I'm thankful that I am able to do that part-time and do the other part-time. And so I love doing all of it. So
yeah, it's hard to know. It's hard to give up things when you got it going, isn't it?
Yeah. And we have 2 kids in college right now. So it's like, maybe when we get through that, maybe I'll do nursing even a little less, but we'll see.
I bet when you first came on tonight, I said, oh my gosh, you just brighten up a room, don't you? And I bet you do that at the hospital.
Oh, well, thank you. I get to work with kids and babies, and I've always done that as a part of my nursing career. So I've loved doing that over the years, and I'm not sad that that's where I'm at. So we get to take care of the little babies and get them well and send them home. And I float to the NICU quite a bit. So
do you? Okay.
Yeah. So
it's a tough gig.
Yeah.
That can be a tough gig. Those are little precious people.
Yes,
they are. Can't tell you what's going on.
They managed to somehow.
Yeah. They let their voice know.
Interestingly enough, when I had my kids, I was not a nurse. So I know a whole lot more about babies and stuff.
Oh, question is what stamp set I am using. And I believe it's freshly picked from Honeybee Stamps. My answer. That's all I know. Don't know anything else about it except that it had a lot of fruit on it when I picked it. Picked the fruit. I picked a lot of fruit at one time. So, well, we do have a couple questions from our patrons, and one of them is about how busy you are. Rebecca Feltner asks, what made you decide to start your YouTube channel with your busy life? How do you juggle family and crafting and nursing and church and all those things?
Yeah. Several years ago, I saw someone doing it on YouTube, and I thought I could do that. And I don't know if it's just that I'm a glutton for punishment and I like to just kind of run around like a chicken with my head cut off all the time. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe that's what it is. But I thought I could do that. And so I did. And I just started sharing, and then it just became a thing, so.
Is your mother still alive?
My mother, yes.
And so does she love seeing you on YouTube?
Oh
Because you
my
guys
goodness.
used to craft together?
She thinks I am like the most famous thing ever, you guys. She is my biggest fan. I try to tell her all the time I'm really not that big of a deal, Mom. But if you go to
She's
her
a real
Facebook
big deal.
page, she thinks I am just,
Well,
the
you
bee's
can
knees.
change that tune. Now you've been on Craft Roulette.
And if
Yes.
you're watching, Mom, Carissa's a big deal. She may say she's not, but she's a big deal. You are absolutely right.
She might be watching. I don't know. Sometimes she surprises me, but she doesn't get in the comments. She's
Right.
not like a commenter. So, Mama, if
Mhm.
you're out there, say hey. You just put your little mouse in that little box.
That's
So
precious.
I'm
That's
guessing
really
on my
nice.
measurements here. I may have gotten this wrong. Because this is like the things that I don't do, right? Is like I feel like I don't do that. Look at that. I did
That
it.
looks like bullseye.
Boom.
Super
I
bullseye.
I'm decent at math, so we can do fractions here in this house.
Ooh.
My husband is a math teacher,
Okay.
high school math teacher,
Yeesh.
and so yeah,
Sorry.
I know. My
By
daughter's
choice?
majoring in math.
By choice?
Yes, yes.
Oh no.
Did my mom say? Everybody's
That's
saying
amazing.
hello, Carissa's mom. Did she
say
here?
something?
I just subscribed to Carissa's channel. Thank you, Mary. So what I'm doing
Yes.
here is I'm closing up my gatefold because I'm going to foil on this too, which
Oh my
y'all,
goodness.
this could be a mess, but we're going to do it.
I'm
We're gonna
proud of
try
you. Just go
something
for it.
new.
What the heck?
Yeah.
What's going to happen? We're not going to take your card carrying membership away or anything. You're going to still be able to make cards in the morning.
Really?
Nobody's gonna, yeah.
I thought
even if
this
you-
had higher
even if you mess
stakes.
up. No,
I thought
no,
this had
not
higher
really.
stakes.
No, I wouldn't still be here if it did.
It's only upside.
I'm kind of disappointed.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm-
Roberta, that's so sweet. She said hi to my mom, and she said no, she just wanted to welcome her if she was watching. She may watch the
Oh,
replay. I don't know. So that's so sweet.
Thank you, Roberta. Roberta's a great ambassador. She is. So how do you handle it? You just say, okay, I don't need my head today. I'll just go run around like a chicken with my head cut off. So that's kind of your go-to.
Here's the secrets to my success. If you want to know
Okay.
the secrets to my success, number one, and this is not something that everyone can control, but I have an amazing husband who is super supportive, and he has allowed me to chase my dreams from the very get-go. And so that is one thing. So if I'm slacking in an area and I just didn't have time to cook dinner or something, it's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. And he picks up the slack where he can for me when I'm feeling like I'm just overwhelmed. So I have that going
That's
for
very
me.
cool. Uh-huh.
Number two, I am a kind of person that does not sit still very much. So when I get up and I go in the morning, I am going all day long. It is just what I do. And then sometimes, now I don't want you to think my family has suffered because they have not, but that's another thing. I have adult children, and so they don't quite need me as much anymore.
Right.
So we're good there. What? Ooh, I don't know if you guys can see this, but we have like some
okay.
shimmer confetti foiled
Uh-huh.
on there, and that did okay. So they don't need me as much anymore. But family was always first for me. And so in the last couple of years, as the kids have grown a little older and that sort of thing, I was able to put more time into it. But I am really like a go, go, go kind of person. And so I think that just all those things combined, staying organized, knowing what I need to do when and where to be and all of that kind of helps me. So organization's a big part of it. So I just,
Are you a paper planner?
Somehow, I have a paper planner. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and that I like a paper planner. I'm not.
Yeah, I do
that
too.
I think writing it down really makes a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
So
It solidifies it somehow, doesn't it?
it really
got that,
does
yeah.
in your mind.
More so to me than typing, even though I do type a lot of stuff too.
Yeah, and it's kind of excessive, but I kind of keep a dual calendar, like a digital. So I have my Google
Well, yeah.
Calendar on the run, but I also write it down. I also write things down, and then I work off of a checklist because
Okay.
that helps me too. So
'Cause that's fun. That's just
I
fun.
go-
It's almost like
Yes.
crafts.
I
And you
go
get
in
to
order.
check something off. Oops, that's really sloppy.
Yes, it gives me great pleasure when I go to check things off the list. It just makes my heart just sing.
It's a beautiful moment.
It is.
I like
It's
to share
such
it
a
with
lovely
myself.
moment.
Just savor it. Get a favorite cookie and a cup of tea. Let's go check off some things.
Yeah. So tell me, are you a coffee girl or are you a tea girl or
Yes and yes. Yeah, I do
you're
both.
all of the above?
Yeah, I'm plenty of fluids girl.
Oh yeah, love it.
Yeah. Couple cups of coffee in the morning and Harney and Sons tea the rest of the time. By the way, if you are watching Harney and Sons, I would love to have you as a spin sponsor. I've been saying this to them over and over, and they don't listen. But maybe
What is
someday.
Harney and Sons?
They're my favorite tea company, and they really have delicious, delicious teas. And that's what I like to drink. And I keep saying, they send me, I buy ridiculous amounts of tea, and then they send me a thing that says, will you do the survey? And I'm like, well, just be a spin sponsor, would you? I've been sending you this information, and you don't listen. I'm not getting this straight. It's probably cut wrong.
Is that like a Midwest thing or something though? Because I've never heard of Harney and Sons.
I don't remember where they are. But I don't think they're Midwest, I was kind of thinking they're East Coast, but I'm not sure. They're delicious teas. They're full leaf. They usually have full leaves instead of powdery stuff. And
Okay.
I use loose tea for the most part, and it's just delicious. Today I'm drinking citron green, and it's just so refreshing.
I love it.
Yeah.
I ran out of my tea today, so I didn't get to have it. And I sent my daughter for a Diet Coke for me.
Oh.
And it just it's not my jam.
No, it's
We'll
not the
just
same.
put it that way.
Totally not the same. Did you drink it? Did you make a fizzy face when you put it on your
4 sips of it? And then I was like, yeah, I think I'm done. And then she came out and she's like, Mom, you didn't drink your Diet Coke. And I was like, yeah, I know. It just wasn't it.
No, that's a whole nother beast, isn't it?
It is, but I was trying to stay away from the sugars and the calories and stuff like that. So
yeah. Well, that's good try. Now you'll know that was probably not going to be on the list next time.
Yep. And this is kind of different. I'm using some pinks mixed with reds for my cherries here. So
I like it. It's very
bring
pretty.
in the jolly. That kind of original jolly thought that I had was like the pinks and the reds and like some green. And I am going to bring in a little bit of aqua. So we're going to do it all.
Oh, it's going to be beautiful.
All in an hour.
Good old craft roulette. You're doing fine. You're doing super well. I put one underneath. 2 on top. I've got some little flowers. And, a little twine on. They're kind of small. I wish I'd made a square card, but I'm going to live with. Did a card just get submitted? Did I see one pop down? Second one?
What?
Good heavens, you guys.
What are they? I think they're cheating.
And they're not talking.
Is that what it is?
Maybe.
Like,
heads down.
Hammering.
Heads down. Hands to
yes,
work.
Please like the video and subscribe if you haven't.
And to Carissa's channel too. Because you
How
do. How many videos? How many do you do?
Videos?
Yeah, a week. Do you?
You know what? Mine don't really, because I work, that's the
Mhm.
one thing I cannot do is say
Okay.
every Thursday I have a video or anything like that. I end up publishing anywhere from 1 to 3 times a week, depending on when, blog hops are happening and that sort of
Mhm.
thing. So,
Mhm.
but I have a ton of videos in the archive that are just, so it has to, I have to be flexible on that. I wish I could like say yes every this day, but
Yeah, but even when you do yes every this day, there's always a lot of except I didn't do it that day. So that's
yeah,
why we always say every Friday except or almost every Friday because it's
yeah, that's a good
yeah.
plan because
Yeah.
then you're not like people are pretty forgiving too. They're not like on you going, you promised.
Well,
So,
this is probably not the show for them if that's what they're going to be like.
yeah,
It's like, it's okay. That's okay. You can go ahead and give me a thumbs down so that your algorithm will get rid of us. It's fine. So,
is
yeah.
that what what? I don't even get to pay attention to algorithms and I just, I'm just doing me. That's what I'm doing.
There you go. That's about what you need to do. I think that's a good plan.
Now I'm taking my tape out of the center of my card and I had it taped shut so I could foil it, but I feel like there's a tiny bit of a gap. And if I don't do this, I might regret this. So I'm going to
Yeah, that's a
put
good
like
plan.
just masking right in the center just in case.
That's a good
And
plan. Mm-hmm.
we're gonna play it safe, which is not that's not necessarily my but we're
You
gonna do it
reckless.
here and you can
Do
see.
you? Can you see yourself like as in an old western with a great big hoop skirt or something, a great big with that name with your name, Carissa Wiley? Don't you think that
Well,
sounds like
I've
somebody
never
that could be
thought
in
of
an
it
old
like
western?
that. It's so funny. My actual maiden name, I feel like is more Old West than my married name, but
Oh,
um in my maiden name was Cripps. So,
oh yeah.
and
Oh,
I was in Seven
go
Brides
down to
for Seven Brothers when I was in high school. I was one of the
perfect.
brides.
Yeah,
And so, yeah, I could.
yeah,
I would have
yeah. Let's
rocked.
go
I
down
would
to
have
the Crips
rocked the hoop
Ranch.
skirt.
I think you would. I think yeah. I think you could do it. You should still make. You can still do that.
Team color.
It's going to be hard to get in and out of the car in that thing. That's what I'm thinking.
That's true. I wonder how they did it with buggies, honestly.
Well, I feel like they walked a lot of places too.
Probably. They
So
didn't ride horses. Not like
this
that.
is this is the afternoon sun coming into my craft room right here. So if you're
I
wondering what's
see.
happening,
That's
it's
pretty.
5:30 in California. So
Yeah. We are just
we
waiting for thunderstorms here.
oh, do you guys get a
We
lot of
got
tornadoes and stuff?
and not like some areas do. Yeah. There's been quite a few tornadoes around this year. So we have not. I think of Oklahoma getting more. And this year, Alabama and even Chicago have gotten them. So, but nah.
Wow. Yeah, my son's in Oklahoma. And so every now and then he texts me and says, "We're under tornado warning." I'm like, "You don't need to tell your mother that. Just let me live in ignorance. Ignorance is bliss." That's what they say.
Yeah, it's at least you generally know they're coming
Yeah,
for the
I've
most
never
part.
experienced that. I've always, like I said, lived in California. And so everybody's like afraid of earthquakes here. They say,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, you live in California. You guys have earthquakes. That's so scary."
Mm-hmm.
I've never been in one that's been like terrifying. I've been pretty close to epicenters too, so
For goodness
um,
sake. Yeah.
I'm okay with
Last
that.
time I was in LA, I was in an earthquake and it was like, well, this is very I don't love it. I don't love it. The thing about tornadoes is generally they're there, they do their thing, and then they go. And it's
Yeah,
over. But when we were in the earthquake, I felt like I just kept going, is it done? Is it done? Are we done? I think I filled another one. Did I fill
Are we
another
there
one?
yet?
Yeah, and it just was I just felt very unsettled.
We'll pull this car over if this earthquake doesn't end.
That's about right. There's no safe place. There is
My
no
friend
safe
Mindy
place.
Egan is out there in the chat. I see her,
Mindy.
and she has been like a big supporter for me today. She was over in another live chat that I was in earlier today. So
Aw. Yay for,
thanks, Mindy,
yay
for
good
being
friend.
here.
Thanks for great support. That's nice. And welcome to Craft Roulette, Mindy. Isn't she doing a good job?
We're working on it.
Yeah, I think you're doing a good job. Mine's kind of not very jolly looking. I'm kind of like, looks like not jolly.
Jolly Rancher.
Maybe. You're
Pretty
being
fruity.
nice. I don't know. It's not
Jolly's
very
just
jolly.
a color, though. It's not like a theme.
No, but it isn't. They're not very jolly colors. I think they're kind of somber. But they're not. They're not morose.
I think you can pull Jolly out of there.
Can ya?
You know, what you
Gosh,
didn't
I hope
ask
so.
me.
What? What is
You
it?
didn't
I
ask me
forgot.
what political faction I was a part of
Well,
for
you
the
know,
Craft Roulette.
I'm glad you remembered. So, here at Craft Roulette, we do have two political factions. We have Team Orange and Team Purple. It doesn't mean that they're your favorites. It just means if you had to go to the polling booth and decide one or the other, or they weren't going to give you dinner anymore, which one would you do? So, I'm glad you remembered, Carissa. Which lever would you pull? The purple one or the orange one?
Well, I had to really think about this because there's a lot of things, like neither one of them are my favorites. I mean,
Right.
quite honestly, if we're going to be real for a second, I would not like naturally gravitate to either one of those. But I will tell you that my grandma loved purple. And before you get too happy about this, y'all, just wait a second, okay? But I grew up in the country, and my family has been in orange farming for forever. And
Ooh,
so
I like how this is going.
I think I'm going to go with Team Orange.
You're my girl. Look at that. Oh, look at those purples coming on there. Oh my goodness. They
I'm
are
sorry,
so misguided,
purple.
but we love them. We love them.
Y'all
Although
are
they're a little
royalty.
misguided.
Purple is
They
the
are.
color of royalty, and my grandma loved. I remember she had so much purple. She loved purple, and like Passion by Elizabeth Taylor. That was like her thing. Do you remember that perfume? Passion by Elizabeth
But I
Taylor.
remember
That was
Elizabeth Taylor.
Yeah.
She had lavender eyes. Didn't she have lavender eyes? Something like that?
I don't know. Well, who knows? In Hollywood, who knows? You know?
Well, that's true. Well, welcome to Team Orange. I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, Amanda Stevens, big Team Orange girl too. Heather Huang, I love it. The inking garden spot. She says she knew you were going to be Team Orange.
Oh,
Christina
well.
over in Sweden. There is one lady, Christina, who we haven't talked about in a long time, but Christina is our biggest fan in Sweden. And she has stayed up every Friday night and watched us live for years.
What time does she stay up until?
About 2:30, I think.
Whoa, girl. That's commitment.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a 2:30 in the clock in that time of day. Never seen it. Never
I don't see much of it either. No. Yeah, she's a great friend of Craft Roulette, and we are real glad to have her.
Okay.
She has sent in card after card after card after. It's 2:40 right now, she says.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Kudos to you. You get the Night Owl Award.
Absolutely. I call her the Swedish craft princess.
Love it. I'm not getting total cherry from this. I don't know if you're feeling cherry. Does
it need some stems?
it might need stems, but I'm a little afraid of that. I have an idea though.
Well,
Let me-
if you're do just a little that pen is not doing.
You know what? I just happened to put away a set today. This might work.
Roberta thinks it. No. Jenny thinks it reminds her of peaches. Could you go with peaches?
They're real pink. I mean, they could be peaches. They're pretty. I mean, I don't know how it's like coming across the interwebs out there, but they're pretty pink in IRL.
Huh.
I actually designed these to turn into cuties, like the little oranges.
Oh, there you go. That would have been good too. But cherries are so sweet.
So
I'm just thinking, I'm seeing what you're doing here. I'm just thinking that usually on a cherry image, they usually have a little stem.
Yeah, I'm working on that right here.
Yeah. So I think you're on the right path.
I think we can make this work. This is really funny because it's from the balloon thing.
Oh, you got it.
Is it giving cherry now?
It's getting there. Yes. We do have a lot of traditions at Craft Roulette, as you have heard. And one of them is we call positive comments glitter. And so in our Facebook group, when somebody we actually give glitter fairy awards. And I'm sorry, you guys, I've been really behind on that. But we give glitter fairy awards. And it just means that's the person who has left the most positive comments in a month's time, which is something that everybody can do. It's free, and it makes everybody better. It makes the glitter fairy and the person who receives it and the whole community is lifted up. And also, when you're looking at cards, you see different things that other people don't see. And so when you do make a comment, it makes me go back and go, oh yeah, let me look. I didn't even notice that. So I love comments. And so I like to say, yes, be glitter fairies all day long. But with your name of your blog sprinkled with glitter, I think you are like an automatic glitter fairy. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, thank you. I've always wanted to be a glitter fairy.
Well, there you go. You're it.
You've just made my day.
And so Alyssa Howard would like to know, Queen Glitter Fairy that you are, do you use glitter on every card that you make, or how did you get the hashtag?
No, I think that's probably a little misleading. Sprinkled with glitter. I think that's kind of misleading. I don't use glitter on every single card that I make. There is always some element of sparkle or shine or something like that. So, and I totally should not have done this the way I'm doing it right now, but we're gonna make it work. You live and you learn. No, so there's not glitter. Don't be afraid to come over if you're anti-glitter. You'll be okay. It comes off contrary to what they say.
They say very bad things about it sometimes.
I know. They say really bad things about it. I think it's time to redeem the glitter.
Oh, yeah. I'm all about it. Glitter fairies. It's a badge of honor at Craft Roulette. I'm proud of
I love it.
Fairies. Yeah.
And I love that you've made me an honorary glitter fairy, because that just really made my day.
Aw. Yeah, we even have a robot that is now, I haven't released him, but a robot that is glittery. And he is going to be our mascot, because we also have a robot mascot. Is he here? Yep, there he is.
Does he have a name?
Roulette.
Oh.
There he is as Ruly. Sometimes very unruly. Yep, there he is. Sure enough. He's a cutie pie.
Well, you're coming right along over there.
So I'm just taking my time. This is not a beautiful card, but it's okay. It's okay.
You know, I
We-
mean,
Some cards
honestly, I'm a little disappointed that my cherries don't feel more cherry, but you know, I'm okay with it.
Look,
It's
abstract.
fruit.
I forgot that, didn't I? I forgot all about the part of my speech about how this is an art project and we don't tell you what to do. And we don't tell you how to do it. And I forgot to tell the people, we don't teach here. We just talk and make stuff and see how it works out. And sometimes it's a little bit weird, but it's okay. Because it's just a process.
About the fourth parameter?
What did I forget so far, yes, I have.
I haven't forgotten yet. I gotta.
I think I've got some heart.
That's an
doodles.
afterthought.
Yeah, that one's a real just squeak in.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do with it too.
Is
Is
Deputy Heidi out there? Did she catch me? We have Deputy Heidi who watches out and makes sure that I get them all.
Oh,
yeah.
You know, I know a lot of Heidis. I know a lot of Heidis, and they're all good people. So
she's delightful.
it must come from a good place. I'm going to search for a heart right now.
Alps. They come from the Alps. I got some little. I think I know where I'm looking for.
Someone mentioned avocado in the comments when we were talking fruit, and I hope someone does some avocado things out there.
Oh, yeah. There's some really
now,
cute
when do
stuff
they
like
have
that.
to submit their projects by?
Well, the majority of people submit by Sunday midnight.
Okay.
But patrons have until Thursday midnight.
Oh, nice.
As a much beloved perk.
Yeah, that is a perk for sure. You can take your time. Sunday is
having a busy.
You really have
Sunday's
to go
a rush. Yeah, Sunday's a
Yeah.
rush. But that's when most of them come in. Actually, about 16% come in during the week.
Oh, okay.
That's math.
Look at me asking all the questions. That is math.
You're
You
good.
did it.
That
You
is
math.
I
You
have
mathed
mathed.
it.
That's enough for the week.
Yes.
That is it.
Okay. Hold on. I'm going to grab maybe my favorite. I know you can still hear me, but I'm not at my desk. So.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we hear you loud and clear.
That's why.
And you can
like
still
me
hear
a
me,
little.
right?
Oh, yeah. I can still hear you. I like me a little wireless mic because then I can walk away and grab my colored cardstock across the way.
Well, since you're talking about your space and being in your space and everything, Kelly Hughes, who is a geezer, what is she? A geezer guardian. She's a geezer guardian. She takes care of old Bichon dogs.
Oh.
And they call her a geezer guardian. And she says, you use so many different techniques on your card. Do you have a favorite one? And she also says, oh, your craft room is to die for.
Oh, well, that's so sweet. I'm very blessed to be in this space and call it mine.
Mm-hmm.
And I really, I know that this is not for everyone, but I do love to foil. It makes my heart happy.
So pretty.
Someone wants me to put the leaves up here. But see, if I do that, I don't know. Then I have to cut this off, and then I might ruin that. I don't know. We'll think about it. We might make an adjustment after we're done with the live, but
Yep. That's
you want it up here, Loretta. Is that what you're saying? I don't want to put it way up there, I don't think. Oh, well, it's not bad. Not bad.
things you have to grow on
We'll let it marinate for a
during
second,
the
but do you
during
see
the
I kind
night
of ruined
too.
my little,
Yeah.
I kind of ruined my little
Sometimes it looks
cherry
better
there
in the
with that
morning.
move. Now, I love to pop everything up. Are you a popper?
Not too much, but sometimes. Sometimes,
Sometimes.
yeah. Well, it
See, and
depends,
I'm
you know. I was going to pop this guy up because he's third and he needed to be up and get a little attention from his brothers, but at the same time, I didn't feel like it. So I was a little lazy.
not feeling it. See,
Not feeling it.
I always feel the pop.
Poppy.
I
It's one of
always
my
feel pop.
popcorn is my favorite food. So, I mean, it's my favorite exploding food. How many other great foods do you know explode?
I don't
But
know. I don't know that I know of any that explode, quite honestly.
exactly. Exactly.
Oh, I do. I do. Pop rocks.
What?
Everybody is putting cherry emojis in there so that they can tell me that my leaves belong on top of the stem. I get it. I just am going to have to figure out how it's growing on me, y'all. I have to figure out how I'm going to fix my little cherry that I ripped up because I pulled that adhesive off of there. Okay, I have my little this. See, and
They're
I
a
don't
tough
want
group,
this.
man. They're
I
very
know, man.
opinionated. I don't
You
usually
think?
even look at them during this part because I'm afraid they'll be telling me stuff.
See?
Oh
And
no, I
then
should
like,
do this. I should do that, and I'll
what
get
do I do
confused and
with
do it
that?
all.
That's just weird.
Maria B, you be careful. I see you're going downstairs. Take some shoes, a helmet, your medicine, and your purse. That's what I always say. Mentos, those aren't real food though. Popcorn is. Real, isn't it?
Have
Peas
pop rocks,
explode in your mouth.
pop rocks, and cherry tomatoes.
Oh my goodness.
Those explode.
Well, I guess they do kind of. But not when you're cooking.
No, grapes.
Yeah. Grapes can, yeah. They can explode. Like it.
I don't.
I have my hearts right here. So I don't get busted. I have these little glitter hearts. Can you see them? They're beautiful. They're little sparkly things from Trinity Stamps.
I
They're
love.
super cute.
I have my little red heart. See, I'm not
There you
loving
go.
this right here. So since the chatterbox got me to move my leaves, which I'm okay with.
I like 'em up
Now
there.
it's like, how do we remedy? I don't like this little circle thing that's happening here. So I've either got to cut into the cherry and like dip that down into up here so that it like kind of goes behind. We might do it. We have time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at that. I have a few minutes.
Oh, you're
Y'all are
doing,
about
yeah.
to see
You're the one that
cards
has, oh, there you go.
We're gonna just pull that up.
Well, our friend Amanda Stevens has a question. And
Yes.
this is a business kind of question.
Amanda's my friend.
Oh, isn't she wonderful?
Yes.
Do you always have the most bright and beautiful photos of your cards? Would you ever consider sharing your setup? She really does struggle with it. I think her cards always look fine, but she never likes the look of them.
Yeah, I can tell you about my setup. It's really not as fancy as you would think. I use a Replica Studios little thing. Now, you don't have to have this because I did it for years without this. So here, I'm going to give you the cheap version right here, Amanda. Go buy some foam board that they make like those thingamajigs. I don't know, like display boards out of. Not poster board, but the foam board. You need like 2 or 3 pieces. You need one for your bottom, which is your like background of your card. And then you need one that you're going to kind of fold in half and you're going to put it around the back and the side of your card.
Okay.
But you want to put it on the side that is not getting the light. So it's acting as your reflector to push light back onto your card. Then you're going to take that easy little setup. You're going to stick it on a little table by a window with natural light. And you're going to take your pictures in natural light. And then you're going to edit. I edit in Lightroom.
Okay.
So, and I like to bump up my whites, take down my blacks, and here's a secret. I actually put my contrast at a negative, which is really probably not what most people do.
Not sure what that even means.
So the contrast number is usually like a negative 25 for me.
Okay. Well, I think that helps. I mean, everybody sends pictures into Craft Roulette, so I really appreciate.
So that is an easy setup. Use natural light. Don't try to use like your studio lights and stuff like that. I just feel like it's such a harsher light, and that a natural diffused light. Now that does limit you on when you can actually take your photos, which makes it hard for me sometimes, because it's like, I know if I don't get to it a certain day and I'm not getting home until after dark the next day, then it's going to have to wait until the day that I'm home, Yeah.
Yeah.
So look, I tucked that stem behind this cherry right here, and I like that better.
That's good. I do too.
Now we're going to,
good choice.
I just split it with like a craft knife and just shoved it in there. But we're trying to fix the ugly marks that I made.
Well, if it doesn't buff out, you can just add some more.
Yeah. We're going to put a sequin over it.
There you go. Bless those sequins. Bless them. They're wonderful.
I love sequins. But I think
they're shiny. They're shiny.
Yes, they are.
Maybe this needs a little shine. Got this little glitter hearts, but maybe it needs just a little Stella.
Ooh, yeah. I think so.
Because they're not jolly enough. Everything's a little more jolly with some shine, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it kind of goes to that, like for me, jolly is Christmas, right? And like that's where my mind went originally. So that is like the season of sparkle and shine right there. Christmas time, the holidays. That's when all the shiny things come out.
All the bubbles.
It's my favorite time because everything is just like shiny and sequins and
happy.
All the things. Yes.
Yeah. This is Winka Stella, I think, or a close facsimile thereof. Well, I don't know if you have heard much about our rock star, Grandma Gay. Grandma Gay is under the weather, by the way, and we wish her well. Hope you're feeling better. She is a very unlikely rock star, but Craft Roulette kind of does things to people. She, I'll go ahead and embarrass her a little bit. She's very shy, and when we first started doing Zoom calls, she was like, I don't even think I can do that. And now she's on the Zoom calls kind of holding court, and it's awesome. But she, we just love her so much. But she asks a thoughtful question of the day each week for our guest. And she has one question for you. And they're always thoughtful. So her question for you, Miss Carissa, is thinking back to your childhood, which sounds like you had a good childhood. Whose hands fascinated you as you watched them craft?
Oh, so when I think of this, and maybe it's not a craft to some people, but my grandma used to embroidery, cross stitch, all that. And well, my grandma was an amazing woman, and that fascinated me. But the other thing was, my grandma had like the best nails. They always had the same iridescent colored polish on them. Like she had the same nail polish every week. She would go and get them done. And then she also had she was the queen of bling. Like the rings, she had the most amazing rings. She loved rings. So I think Grandma the Great, Gigi, Grandma, she's the winner. Yep.
That is good. That is good. One thing that Grandma Gay does that in the chatterbox is she looks for people that are new, and she always makes a point of welcoming them. She's
that makes
Grandma.
her a real rock star, huh?
Yeah, she's Grandma Glitter Fairy Gay.
Oh, what a name!
Yeah. Just one of those special people you get to meet because you do something unusual, like go on Craft Roulette and do stuff like this and say cards are kind of the second place here. It's the people that make it so special.
That's always the real story there, is
I think
people are what make it all worth it.
I think so too. Well, I'm going to walk you through mine. My little card here, my split in the middle, I have some acetate right there. And my jolly colors, I think I fell short, but they're not unjolly colors. So we're going to go with this. Fruit, we have pears. We have more than a pair of pears. We have a trio of pears. And we have some little hearts right here that are just lovely and flat. And I love flat stuff on cards. And that's what I have. And that's my card for 176. Woohoo! You want to walk us through your masterpiece? Because I think you did great.
I think I'm going to get ready to ruin it here. I'm like, oh, maybe I could add some glares. Okay, so my split down the middle is a gatefold here. Mm-hmm. So we have it opening as a gatefold. And then I have my jolly colors, which for me was pinks, reds, greens, and aquas. That's my favorite, kind of Christmas combination. So I have the aqua in the background, I have the green in my stems, and then I have the pinks and the reds in my cherries here. This is my fruit here. So I made, these are actually balloons when you overall they're balloons, but we made them cherries today. And then I snuck in my little red heart right here at the end of my sentiment strip. And that's it. Yeah.
Now you're getting highlights.
Now I'm doing this.
You lived through it.
I did.
Congratulations.
Look at that.
I dare say you thrived.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know. What is everybody at? I think I made I was crowd pleaser today because I moved my leaves.
Yes,
so if you
that's
voted
always
for me
good.
to move my leaves, then,
It's dangerous to know a lot of people that know how to work a hot glue gun. You kind of have to give to the crowd every once in a while.
Yeah, I think I've always thought these could be cherries. And so this was kind of a fun new way to use them.
Well done. Very unique, and I like it. We're going to tell everybody how they can play and give away some stuff, and then we'll bring you back to say goodnight. How about that?
Sounds great.
All right. Well done. You can relax. At ease, young lady. You're going to want to play, right? I know you guys can do a card at least as good as mine. Make it a little more jolly, would you? Anyway, I do look forward to seeing how you interpret the split in the middle, the jolly colors, the fruit, and a heart. All those things have to be included. If you have something that's a little cryptic or a little bit hidden, please explain it to us in the description. It helps us a lot. You have until Sunday night at midnight, and if you're a patron, you have till Thursday night at midnight, and you are all welcome to send in a card. Please do your very best, use your very best photography, and we will see you in the gallery. Gallery goes live on Monday mornings. We have a wonderful group of people coming up in the next few weeks. We have Tanisha Vlasic next week. Can't wait to meet her, talk about her new release. Chelsea Comer after that. Jamie Clark, she's a character. Michelle Lupton will be showing up from Australia, precious girl that she is. And then we get to meet Catherine Pooler in the middle of September. Don't miss a week. We have so much fun. Oh, there's those beautiful, beautiful patrons. Oh, we think about you guys all the time and talk about you. Do your ears burn? Because we do. We talk about you, and we talk about what we're going to be doing for you and different things. We aren't done. Mr. Producer walked down here today and said, I got an idea. It's almost awful. And I said, I would almost not like you, but you're my son, and I still like you. But it was a whole new idea for the patrons. So stay tuned. We just never know what we're going to do around here. Really, really, we do thank you so very much. You are making it happen. You are the people that bring Craft Roulette and In Review to the world. You're pretty special. Look at you guys. And I've got to think of more things to say. Oh, I'll see you Saturday. I'll see you tomorrow on the all patron call. Gonna be good, y'all. I had a note to hold down this sleeve, so now I just hold it up here so then it doesn't get caught. It's very brilliant. The confetti means it's time to give away some stuff. If you sent in a card, did I say it's wrong, Leslie? Oh dear, tomorrow. It is tomorrow. If you sent in a card last week, if you were one of those 389 cards, your name is on that board. Now, I will tell you when we get to the Glassboard, a little twist that we're going to talk to you about. But first, we always give away the OG, the CROG. I realize this week it's a CROG. The Craft Roulette original giveaway, the CROG. A handmade card with an itty-bitty gift. Who's that? This goes to anywhere in the world.
Oh yeah, we'll crog it anywhere.
We'll crog it off to you. I must admit, I did laugh when I found out it's Krog. Seal Pritchett. You're going to want to go after the show to craftroulette.live to the claim a prize, fill it out, and send it to me. Sometimes I don't get to it till Monday, so if you don't hear from me right away, it's because I'm doing something else, or I'm just tired. So, for our Craft Roulette goodie bag, this does need to be in the United States, for the most part. Every once in a while I sneak one out, but usually it's right here. Kim Sharp. Congratulations, Kim Sharp. We have so much stuff. Should we do another goodie bag? Yeah. Because we have so much stuff right now. We have gotten such nice gifts from our friends. Oh, I need to clear that little corner over there. It's getting pretty full. So let's give another one away. We usually stuff them up pretty well, too. I love seeing that you get them in the Facebook group. Marilee, I think you're new this week. That's exciting. Well, I don't remember where you live, though, so make sure you let me know on that claim prize form that will be open after the show. Now, Glassboard Studios. Can we do this? Got to show it. I'll see if you can do it. Anyway, I'll tell you about it. So last week, we hadn't really thought this through. Every once in a while, we don't think things through, and it happened to us last week. So we were thinking that Glassboard Studio, we could send it all over. But you know what? This sucker is heavy. It's wonderful. It's not a bad sucker. It's a good thing. Oh, it's upside down. This thing is heavy. It's 24 by 18 or something like that. And it's big and it's heavy. It's got magnets and all this stuff. And it's Craft Roulette specific. But last week we said... as fate would have it, the wheel landed on somebody in New Zealand. So, you can guess if you want to. Hold your ears right now because I'm going to tell you how much it costs to send it to New Zealand.
At least.
It's going to cost at least, cover your ears if you don't want to know, it's going to cost at least $200. So, we're not going to send it anywhere outside the United States unless the person who wins will pay the shipping.
But we are sending it to New
Which we
Zealand.
can. But we are going to send it to New
They
Zealand.
used all of our shipping budget.
Yep.
So we're paying for that one out of pocket because we didn't clarify before.
Yep. It's good. It's good. It's going to be a wonderful thing for them. And we're real happy for them. But it's kind of sobering. So, live and learn. Who's going to win this week? We'll give you the option if you are out of the United States. If you want it, and if not, we'll just move it to the next week.
If you want to pay for shipping, though, there's a way to do that.
Yep. Crazy stuff. I couldn't, but I can't get there for cheaper. Jean Addis, well, that's a nice prize for Jean. She is a wonderful friend and patron and does little videos and all sorts of stuff. It's fun. Well done. I know. Everybody wants one. Is there still a rumor that these are going to be available next month? Yes. Still a rumor that these Craft Roulette Glassboard Studio craft mats will be available next month. 4 Inky Stamper $25 gift certificate, Cynthia S. Oh, all sorts of new names. That's fun. Very fun. Congratulations. Make sure you let me know so I know to send it to you. And for a $50 Trinity Stamp gift certificate, who's going to get it? They have a new release, like I said. You're going to want $50 will go fast. 100 times. Max. Oh, how fun for Max. We have Max and his wife both send in cards, and they're very, very sweet people. Congratulations. I'm glad for you all. Very excited. It's so nice. It's so nice to give away stuff. Oh, where's your name close? Well, maybe next week. Send in those cards. Well done. Whew. All right. Well, that's it. That's what we call Craft Roulette.
So much fun. I had such a good time. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. And I love, can I say I love the Glassboard Studio mats. I mean, they're amazing. You have one too. So congratulations to the winner, because that's a great prize.
It is a great prize. We're really glad to work with them, and they have been great to work with. And,
yes, I've worked with them, and they are amazing people. They're really good people there. So
that's how we met, through.
Yes, through Shannon.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was trying to remember how that worked, and I couldn't remember how we met you, but that is right. Well, how fun! Yes, that's exactly right. Yes, this is a cool thing, and I've always used something that was something I could cut on, self-healing. Yeah. I thought, that's not going to be something I'm going to like, that hard glass, but I like it just fine.
Yes, yeah. And I cut on mine now. I use a craft knife on mine. I haven't had any issues. So, I mean, I'm not like sawing at it, but I've used a craft knife on it, and I've been fine. So
yeah, you shouldn't probably use a diamond blade.
No, like a diamond drill bit. No, not that.
Yeah, and But other than that, I think it seems super durable, and I love the magnets. Yeah, I used them tonight. I just plopped that magnet right on to hold that stem down while it was drying. Perfect.
Yep, they're awesome.
Well, this is the time of night where we say sayonara, and boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, crafters and craftettes, let's apply the kiss, shall we? Yes, let's do it. Oh, yes. Kiss those brains. Because a well-kissed brain is like a well-oiled machine. Thank you so much, Chatterboxes. I will be reading your chat over the weekend. Mr. Producer, excellent job as usual. Carissa, you made it real easy. Thank you so much for joining us. All the best to you on your busy schedule. And we hope that someday you'll drop in again to see us.
I will, absolutely.
Awesome. Y'all stay safe. Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.